Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the clip of the Gunshine State. One of them boys still blowing in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get cake and stop hating, it's the motto of the state. A lot of fakes, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk, that can get
Alright, so we back day 2, man. Right here in front of the DBZs. If you didn't know, if you're looking at practice, you one of them new fans that just came when Mario came, man. Offense has on orange. Defense usually have on white. We're looking at number 27, Brian Ballum. Brian Ballum stepped it up in the spring. He had been here a while, had to battle through an injury, but stepped it up and will be a name that we revisit. Kid isn't going away. What's going on, bro? Chilling. We got number 21, Kamari Rogers. Kamari Rogers, 5'11", 160 pounds out of Mississippi with the knee brace on. Kamari Rogers had a knee injury in the spring. We didn't get to see Kamari in the spring at all, but he's back out here with the knee brace on.
Keyshawn Washington cut his dreads.
Keyshawn Washington cut his dreads. Number 25 from the crib, Keyshawn Washington. Keyshawn Washington has been here a minute. 6'1", 197 pound, third-year sophomore. But still, he's only a third-year sophomore. I mean, we got some old college football players, man. He's running around college football right now. But it seems as if he cut his hair. Some weight. Keyshawn Washington looking a little thicker too. See, he put on some weight. Listen, we got standing off to the left, man. We got the legend. I don't know how many state championships Coach Patty has, man, but Miami Central, Miami Northwestern legend, a pillar in the community. Here standing here was a teammate of Mario Cristobal's. Played at the University of Miami. You don't hear people say that a lot, but real talk, he has. He did. He played at the University of Miami, a teammate of Mario Cristobal. Kicked ass in high school football. Feared across South Florida when it comes to high school football. Roland Smith, Patty Smith.
Coach O out here for the second day in a row.
Coach Ogeron, we got Coach Ogeron out here. Coach Ogeron lives on the beach in South Florida, man. Coach Ogeron got that tan. Coach Ogeron, I don't know, man. Maybe even too much, a little bit cornbread. He's looking like us out here, man. Coach Ogeron, dark. Got that tan. So Coach O out here supporting. I think his son is what, a GA assistant?
Yeah, son is on the staff.
Son's on the staff, a GA assistant. Got big man right here, Big James Williams right here in our face. And Cam Kitchens, man. A young safety duo, man, that's gonna be able to rival anybody's duos at safety. Also right here in front of us is our guy, finally, Jaden Harris, number 19, Jaden Harris. Listen, man, Jaden Harris was all Caneville, all Miami. Jaden Harris once hit me up in the DM and was like, when Brandon is committed to Ohio State, right? Jaden Harris hit me up in the DM and was like, Street, man, why these people leaving Miami, man? Like, what's wrong with these kids? Jaden is all Miami, dog. All Miami. Ain't no other way around it. Hard-working kid, man. Great attitude, man. And you know, what you think is what you believe. You know what I'm saying? So great attitude. Raw. If you look at his film, he's raw. He's a raw athlete. Switched over to DB late in his career. But Jaden Harris is gonna make an impact eventually. And then right here in front of me, we got 28 Marcus Clark and Isaiah Dunson. Both of them actually stepped up last year, right? They pushed him into action. Pushed him into action. There's a DVD right there. He was part of it, man. When we were struggling at cornerback a little bit, man, they put some young kids young kids into action. Marcus Clark and Addae Dunson, and they did their thing. Which one was in the end zone had the interception and dropped it? Marcus Clark, right? Marcus Clark, right. So once again with the cornerbacks today, we have Gilbert Frierson running with the cornerbacks. And behind him is DJ Ivy. I'm almost sure DJ Ivy has to be a 6-year senior. Nope, he's a 5th-year senior. He's a 5th-year senior. He's not on that 6-year plan. So coming at us, man, is Gilbert Frierson. Like I say, he's with the cornerbacks again today, and DJ Ivy. DJ Ivy, a 5th-year senior. Been here around, the type of kid that does everything they tell him to do, looks the part. Started at one point. I think adding Coach Addae is going to help a lot of these kids. I just question the ones that work hard and do everything Coach says. I question them not reaching their potential. So I think Coach Addae, man, as we saw in the spring game, will help the DBs, and we saw they tackle better in the spring game right off the bat. I think Coach Addae will help the situation, man, and see if we can get a lot out of DJ Ivy. They were expecting a lot out of DJ Ivy last year from what he was doing in camp, but it didn't really come to fruition. Did DJ Ivy play better last year? Okay. X just made a face. All right. But yeah, man. So DJ Ivy, another hometown kid, man, out of what? South Dade or Palmetto, right? South Dade, right? Couch. Corey Couch had a hell of a sophomore season, right? Came back, he was top 5 in the ACC in cornerbacks. Then something happened in his personal life, and didn't have a great season. Last year, he came back and he was on and off. Great kid out of Chaminade, but we're gonna see if Corey Couch could pull it together. Here with Mario Cristobal under new management. We got Coach Addae right here, man, out of Georgia, man. I don't know how often, man, a coach actually wins a national championship and then go find another team to go to. That happened a lot, X. I'm not sure if that happened. Yeah, I'm not sure if that happened a lot, but we happy to have him here at the U. He just won a national championship. He was part of that Georgia defense that some say was one of the best defenses we ever saw in college football. But he here with us now. I don't care how he got here. We finna roll it. So listen, man, this day 2. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna rain on our head. Where'd that come from? Y'all let us know in the comment section below. It's gonna rain on y'all head. Let us know in the comment section what movie that comes from. So day 2, man, we out here. We can get this thing popping, man. We focus on some of the kids we didn't hit didn't hit yesterday. D, Caneville, IOD Squad, man. Y'all stay locked in.
My name's Chase Smith. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida, and this is Edge, the best tasting energy drink on the planet.
All right, so we get a good look at the linebackers today. Because, see, the linebackers midfield, they like way over there. If people start getting your way, you really get it. But listen, let's get to it, man. Interesting about linebackers is, to us, it's our guy, Edge, best tasting energy drink on the planet, Chase Smith. Put on weight. We felt he should have played last year. Now he's a linebacker. They're going to have to get him in there somehow. But X, linebackers, we'll probably see 2 conventional linebackers on the field, right?
Yeah, on the field together.
2 conventional?
Yeah.
Give me your top 2.
Caleb Johnson and Keontra Smith will be
The top 2?
Yeah.
And then backups you think will be who?
Steve, maybe Flag, Wesley.
Steve, you think Wesley just gonna run up the?
Man, the way Coach Strong speaks about Wesley makes me seem like Wesley might start.
Oh wow, so yeah. Well,
he say, man, Wesley came here and was ready for the playbook.
There it is, and I know Coach Patty Smith love to hear that. I mean, tutelage on them kids, man. I think Wesley played for the Miami Ravens. You know they love to hear that, man. Let's just jump in here and get acclimated. Anybody else in that linebacker room, man, you think may step up?
I think Thomas Davis. I kind of like Thomas Davis. He's at his natural position now.
Thomas Davis?
Yeah, Thomas Davis.
He was a linebacker in high school?
Linebacker, defensive end in high school. And once he got recruited here, they was going to use him as an edge.
Talking about numbers, Thomas Davis, number 95.
Yeah.
At linebacker. Thomas Davis got some Aki going on. I'm not sure what's going on right now.
Greg Lloyd, who number 99, right?
He was 99, yeah.
95? So, hey.
But Greg Lloyd is 95. That's probably where he got it from. But Greg Lloyd is an alien. But XA think Thomas Davis going to flash?
Thomas Davis, Chase Smith.
Thomas Davis and Chase Smith. I think too, man. I can't disagree with anything you're saying. I think we'll get Keontra Smith as a starter, and I think we'll get Caleb Johnson, 6-year senior, man, has too much experience. But behind him, bro, I think we'll run it. I think behind him will be Chase Smith and Steed, and with Wesley, because Wesley's the one with the most time. That's what I believe. Big Darryl Jackson out of Florida. That's why we didn't get Darryl Jackson. How did he end up at Maryland?
Let me see. When he came down to his recruiting, it was between Florida State, Tennessee. Wait, he was committed to Tennessee.
Okay.
And he flipped. When I flipped, he decommitted.
Right.
And we just wasn't recruiting him that hard like that.
Really? Was he 6'6", 300 pounds in high school?
He was about 6'5", like 280.
Yeah. Cause it seems.
No, he wasn't 280. I mean, he was 6'5", like 250, 260.
And he put on 30, 40 pounds. Put on pounds. But he's not out of shape at all. He's fit. I ain't gonna say he's fit, but he doesn't look sloppy. The weight he put on had to be muscle. 6'6" kid, man. That is he a starter X?
I mean, just off the eye test, yes. Off the eye test, yes. But we got to see when they get past and see who initiates insertion in the backfield.
Yeah, but the D-line, we were kind of just with one of our weaker spots, right? So I don't think it'd be that hard for him, or Mesidor and Darryl Jackson, to come in and make a difference. James Williams, a lot of talk about James Williams. James Williams should be a defensive end, and some of the experts are saying it now, man. Some of the guys who know, and I won't say no names, are saying that James Williams can move up three spots in the draft if he was a defensive end, linebacker down that area. But James Williams said, "Listen, man, I don't want to hear that." James Williams said he don't want to hear it. James said he don't want to talk about it. That ain't what he's trying to do. He wanted to be a safety. He has his reasons. He's excelled at safety, but some teams just think that putting a little weight on him, right, and putting him at end or linebacker, end to get after the quarterback or outside linebacker. What are we talking about, Ed?
I think outside linebacker. Outside
linebacker. One Coach Hayes hits on it a lot. He talks about James playing outside linebacker. Some think that they question how fast he really is, or how fast he would run in a 40. You know what I'm saying? Football speed and 40 times speed, two different things. So it's like some question how fast he would run in the 40 when it's time to test out from the safety position. But James not trying to hear it right now. He's the leader of our defense at safety, and we're gonna rock with it. Over here, standing off in the middle of the field, we have Coach Dennis Smith. Free T-shirt to anybody in the comment section. Tell us what Coach Dennis Smith does. What is his job? What is he coaching? What does he do at the University of Miami? Free T-shirt to anybody in the comment section can tell us that. Coach Dennis Smith was with Mario Cristobal at FIU at one point in time, and I think they eventually went their separate ways when they were all fired. Remember, Dennis, Mario, Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes tells the funny story when he was fired on the way to, homeboy told him he was fired on the way to work. He didn't even know it. But Coach Dennis Smith is really trusted in the program, man, and doesn't really have a a title. But sometimes the ones without a title are the ones doing everything, like the utility tool. All right, man, the rain about to come down, man. I don't know, we might have to cut this short to go run in the IPF or Susan, you got it, umbrella? The whole failed focus thing started with me asking Vontae Williams a question the other day, and he said, I have to be where my feet is, which prompted me to ask him the question to fail, like, could you elaborate on the statement, being where your feet is, and talking about focus and conscious mind and unconscious mind. Vontae being where his feet is on Green Tree is actually amazing from what he went through. But I'll tell you this about Vontae. Vontae set out a whole year his first year. Didn't hear a peep from him. He got into a little trouble, got out of that, came back, still haven't heard a peep from him. If somebody thought Vontae was a problem child or things of that nature, he hasn't shown that. You know what I'm saying? I think he made a mistake or got jammed up or whatever you want to call it. But he hasn't done a thing wrong that we know of since he's been here. So shout out to Vontae, man. One of those guys that just have instincts to play football. He's just a football player. And he'll be part of a 3-man rotation or a 3-man safety.
Safety rotation, yeah.
They'll be on the field at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They're going to probably put Vontae, James, and Cam on the field together.
And
remember Vontae was waiting.
Oh. And I think that's...
Remember Vontae was like, when he go home and then he goes to Orlando to work out with other people working. He said he don't want to do nothing but work out.
He did say that. He said, but my question when I asked him that was because it's kind of like what Robbie was talking about on I Am Athlete. Like, how do you stay? How do you go home and not get into what you used to get into when you was a kid or deal with the people that probably aren't on the same thing you're on or on the same path you're on? And he said when he go home, he goes to Orlando to work out. So listen, man, he got his head on right, man. He got his head on right. And shout out to Vontae Williams.
Let's go.
All right, right here, man, right in front of us, man, we have our guy, our very own Heisman Trophy candidate. Not sure when the last time we had a Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback. We had a few that we thought would be Heisman Trophy candidates. I think Lil King was on the cusp. King was close to being a Heisman Trophy candidate, but Van Dyke has matured into a leader. You know you're a leader when other players start talking about you in their interviews, saying that they look up to you and they look for inspiration. And to hear him speak from this year to last year is like night and day. He has a responsibility, bro, and it seems like he's totally taking it. My question with Van Dyke is the changing of the offense, going from Lashley, going from Lashley to now Gaddis. Sometimes quarterbacks don't fit certain offenses, but let's see, man. Our guy Van Dyke had 6 games that could rival anybody's 6 games last year, and it seems like he's ready to go. Also, Van Dyke swole in the NIL department too, man. Van Dyke, he got a Benz he walk around with. He's making these cool commercials. Man, shout out to Van Dyke, man. X has you all the way, dog. Jakari Brown, 6'4", freshman, Valdosta, Georgia, out of Loudness. And then we have Jake Garcia, who somehow in high school found his way to Georgia from California. I think he played for Valdosta, and I think it was Valdosta, and I think he ended up at, I'll get back to that. School that I once covered, once flew up there to cover one time. But Jakari Brown and Jake, I'm going to go out on a limb to say this, man. Jakari Brown impresses me a lot on and off the field. And I think he's the type of kid that understands he has to wait his turn to play. But a lot of times you can't hold talent back. Like when somebody's good, it's almost like when I say like you can't deny good music. I don't care if it's country, rap, metal. A good song is a good song. I think Jakari may push Jake Garcia for some playing time. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Jakari have a package or two, because he's just so much of a playmaker. When he tucks the ball and run, that's something that's in football right now that we can't deny anymore. All this quarterback stand in the pocket, we can't deny that coaches want quarterbacks to get first downs on third down. And they don't care how it happens, because it puts money in their pocket. So Jakari and Jake, shout out to Susan, Jakari and Jake, I believe, man, will be in a battle for that second/third position. That's what I believe. So we're just gonna get a look at the O-line, man, because the O-line is way over there. So we're gonna give y'all a look at the offensive line. See if I can get X to come over here and tell us who he believes to be the offensive line starters. He on his way over here now. So we're gonna get a look at the offensive line, man. We got two kids in there from Oregon that have been. We got the tow truck, and then we got Sagapaloa, who you've seen going viral for squatting in no shoes. We're looking at the offensive line right now, dog. The offensive line. Who do you think would be 5 starters on offensive line, X?
Campbell, because Zion out.
Campbell, cause Zion out. Okay.
Clark, Ja'Kai Clark.
Ja'Kai Clark.
Jalen Rivers.
Jalen
Rivers. Ja'Kai Clark at
center.
Scaife at right tackle, and the Justin
Olosowen?
Yeah, at right guard.
So you don't think so none of the Oregon kids you think will break through?
I mean, they just came a little too late. Maybe they could break through though.
Yeah.
Especially if they shuffle the O-line.
Okay, so you got Ja'Kai Clark at center. You got Campbell cause Zion at center. But if Zion was here, you have Zion at left.
Zion at left tackle. Yeah.
Zion at left tackle. But there it is, man. They got O-line breakdown, man. Because we don't just get to look at the O-line because they're so far over there. Anybody on the O-line you think surprised you, bro? Who we got?
I mean, it's no surprise yet until they get in fast pass.
Anybody you looking forward to seeing?
I want to see a fully healthy Jalen Rivers.
A fully healthy Jalen Rivers? Why?
I think he might be our best offensive lineman.
Oh, you think Jalen Rivers may be the best offensive lineman? Yeah? Okay. I heard it here from X, though. X said he wants to see a fully healthy Jalen Rivers, man. You think he might be the best one we got? All right, man. We just left out of practice day 2. Started raining on us a little bit. It's got a weird text. Talking about being where your feet is and your conscious mind and your unconscious mind will fail was talking about with your texts from your significant other. Let's have a real conversation, fellas, and spit some game and see if I can help you. To all my young ballers, my young pimps, when you're thinking about moving in with your girlfriend or significant other, you gotta be careful with the ketchup in the cabinet or ketchup in the refrigerator arguments. Gotta be careful. What am I talking about? Does the ketchup go in the cabinet or does it go in the refrigerator? When I was 22 years old, I moved in with my first girlfriend, and we were moving in, we was happy, we were free, parents would tell us what to do, and I found the ketchup in the refrigerator. And I took the ketchup out of the refrigerator and I put it in the cabinet. She came back, she said, the ketchup don't go in the cabinet, it goes in the refrigerator, yada, yada, yada. And we went back and forth for which way is the right way, which ways. And I realized that two people being raised, different households on different sets of rules, I realized that this was going to be really, really difficult and something that's going to come into play over and over and over again because you both have different beliefs. It's going to be a give and a take. I may have won that argument with the final statement of, well, if you love your French fries to be so hot, why would you put cold ketchup on them? And The way I remember it is she shut down. But that's just a symbol of the conversations you're going to have in a relationship. The conversations the hurdles you're going to have to jump over. You can't get too high and too low on those things. That's two people being raised in different houses. And to be honest with you, a lot of times, doesn't even matter, man. It's my random thought for y'all young players out here who needed to hear that. Maybe some of you old ones too.
It's gonna take 3 motherfucking days, and that's what? Shit. I say, big time players step up in big games.